Most about the way your team has performed so far?
Just responding. I think, after games 2 and 3, then, playing game 4 in Dallas and being up by a large margin and coming back, taking the lead and just having the composure to stay with it, stay in the game, have the focus and the poise to still win that game. And so just happy with our guys. And so, with Kawhi being out, just stepping up, everyone stepping up and contributing. And like I said, winning the game. And that was the most important thing. And I thought we got, help from a lot of guys.
What do you like most about James's approach in this playoff series for you guys?
Just understand what we need. I think, the biggest thing for us is our spacing's got to be right. We got to understand, how we want to attack this team and, where guys should be on the floor. And so, we're getting it. We understand how we want to attack. We understand our spacing. We understand what guys should be on the floor, what guys we want in certain positions. And then James is orchestrating that. And then once we get our spacing, we're ready to attack and then make the right play after that.
You anticipate having Kawhi be able to do anything today?
No.
And when it comes to just his role in the rest of the series, just from a mental standpoint, from a play standpoint, his presence obviously elevates y'all even when he's not playing. How do you, continue to keep him involved in that way?
He keeps himself involved, being at the shoot-arounds, being at the practices, understanding what we're trying to do. And so when guys make mistakes when they come out of the game, he can talk to those guys and let them know. And then also let them know what he sees as well with PG and with James. And he's been really vocal. He's helped us out a lot, even though he's not playing.
So you said he's not practicing today?
No.
How big was it? Terrence was saying that the veterans really kept.
Say it again.
Terrence was saying that how the veterans kept the team focused and their spirits up when Dallas came back on you. How crucial was that?
Yeah, very crucial. I think, PG, Russ, James, PJ, they've been through a lot. They've seen a lot. And so, a lot of different series, a lot of different games, a lot of different situations. And so just being poised down the stretch, understand that, okay, we understand we were up 30, but even though I'm confident, I didn't think we'd be up 30 points, And so just win the game. It doesn't matter if you win by 40 or win by 1. When you win a playoff game, it's tough, especially on the road. And so just keep our composure and just win the game. And our guys did that.
Ty, is your team getting used to taking huge leads and learning how to hold on to them, or even if they lose and win, or even fall behind big and come back? It feels like this season you've had a lot of those.
Yeah, I'd rather have it on the other end, being up big and then having to win the game rather than being down big and have to fight back, And so you don't want to lose those leads, but we got some things we can correct. It was 4 game plan mistakes offensively, transition. We score. PG makes a big 3, and then nobody picks up Kyrie. He makes a 3, and then in transition, we don't pick Kyrie up above the 3-point line. He hits another 3. We had 2 bad possessions. We turned the ball over. So just those things we can learn from. When we get a lead, let's continue to play the way we've been playing. Let's take care of the basketball and get good shots. But the biggest thing is just defensively. When you're up 30, if they don't score, you win by 30. So it's not the offense. You got to do a good job of just understanding that we got to continue to keep guarding, even when we're up that big.
But they don't get rattled either way?
No.
How
At the
comfortable
same
are
time,
you?
with those Kyrie shots, he was pulling a big transition from 30 feet.
Mm-hmm.
That's tough to adjust to in transition off a made basket.
Yeah, we had guys that could be there and can get there, and so I can't tell. Yeah, so we got to get there and we got to be there, and we just with the situation we got, it's a slim margin for error, so we got to make sure we're doing things right every single time, every single possession, and that starts with boxing out, getting back in transition, getting matched up, and understanding our coverage and not making a lot of game plan mistakes.
Speaking of how slimmer margins can be, you talk about personnel, 8-man rotation. So now when Kawhi's when Kawhi's there, how comfortable have you been rolling out 8 guys for the duration of the entire games?
I've been comfortable, just talking to our guys throughout the course of the game, the guys that are playing heavy minutes, and just seeing how they're feeling throughout the course of the game. Everybody's been fine, so I'm comfortable with it.
How was James holding up, playing 41 minutes a game in these playoffs?
He's holding up good.
You get to play that?
Yeah, we do. He's been good. So I've just been talking to him, just trying to get him rest when we can. But it's the playoffs, and so he wants to be on the floor. We need him on the floor. And he's a huge part of our success, so we got to have him on the floor as much as possible. But, when we can get him breaks, we got to get him breaks as well.
There was one point during the game where I think he made a pass and he told him, you got the floor.
Yeah.
Shoot the floor. You still have to constantly remind him to stay aggressive all the time?
Well, again, after that, he made 5 straight floaters. So, I mean, it was open the first time, and he said, facts, or whatever that be, you know what I'm saying? But, yeah, and then he came and made 5 in a row, but it was there. It's there. But, I give our team credit, like understanding how we want to execute going down the stretch, how we want to attack this team. And they've been doing a good job of it. So if we make shots, of course, we're a different team. But just doing things the right way, making sure we're organized, making sure we're in our right spots down the stretch has been very important.
What's the difference in mentally in a 2-2 series versus like a 1-1, 2-2, 0-0? What's the difference mentally now that you're 2-2?
What'd you say?
What's the difference in a series when you're 2-2 as opposed to 1-1 or 0-0?
2 out of 3, best 2 out of 3, and we got 2 games at home. So I'm just coming out to try and take care of business tomorrow. And like you said, it's first one, 2 wins, and so we put ourselves in a good position to come back home, and have home court advantage again. And so I know our fans are going to be excited, ready to go, and we will too. And so we have a great opportunity ahead of us, and we're excited for the opportunity.
Coach, when you go, I'm sorry, go ahead.
I just want to make sure, is Kawhi out tomorrow?
He's out.
And Coach, when you get this late into a series, tied 2-2, and both teams are so familiar with each other, and you described all those things that your team needs to go over, is this more about execution?
Exactly.
Or is it more about your stars needing to be stars, or a little bit of both?
I mean, stars got to be stars for sure, but execution is important. When you get to the playoffs and you're in a 7-game series, everybody's, plays, exactly what they're looking for, what they're trying to do, even though they're best, ATOs, coming out of timeouts, and so you got to be able to execute. And so if we can do that, get to our spots, understanding how we want to attack, make sure our spacing is right, and then it's up to us to make the shots, make shots and make the right play.
Ty, you've been here as long as Amir has. When he was undrafted, came in as a 2-way guy. What have you seen out of him over these years that's kind of led to this point of him being trusted enough to start playoff games?
I think his confidence. He's always been he can attack in transition. He can make a shot. He used to run more pick and rolls for us when Kawhi and PG were out. And he can defend. He can defend multiple positions. And so just his confidence, I think his growth, understanding the NBA game, understanding what we need from him on a nightly basis. And he's grown, and he's gotten better and better. So it's just good to see that he can finally, like I said, be in the rotation and get consistent minutes.
You said in previous years, we haven't talked about it this year, that you feel like you're still in your early stages as a head coach. Like there are experiences that you still want to have. Like you've only been doing this for, I think this is your 9th season as a head coach and everything. Like, do you feel now this year that you've reached that point where you can call yourself an experienced NBA head coach?
Yeah, I think so. I think from the Cleveland days of just going to 4 straight finals and playing deep into the playoffs, every year. And then coming here, like I said, first year going to the conference finals. So I've experienced and seen a lot of different things. Kawhi going down the first year, and then, playing the #1 seed in Utah, going there, winning Game 5 on the road, and then coming back, I think being down 25 at halftime, and then T-Man makes, 7 threes, has 39 points. And so I've seen a lot, but like I said, I give, all the teams I've been able to coach, been blessed to coach, I give them credit for trusting in me and understanding that, we're going to have a game plan. We execute it. We have a good chance to win, and so I just, like I said, I'm thankful for the players that I've had and been able to coach. That's it. Good.
Thank you, Ty.
I shut them up, huh?